All right, welcome back, grade 10s. To Mrs. Moore, I was going to do step pattern, but I think we're going to leave that to Monday. I'm going to do one more quick example, and then I'm going to leave the rest of the period for a giant choice assignment. If you are saying to yourself, Mr. Sadler, I don't understand what is going on today, or you're saying, I haven't been here all week, Jake, I'm looking at you, or you're saying, I was writing my midterm yesterday, I don't quite understand, please ask Mrs. Moore for help. Sorry, Mrs. Moore, you're getting picked on today because I'm not here, and she can help you with all this stuff. All right. Let's do example 2. It's going to say sketch y equals -2 x plus 1 squared plus 3 by finding the vertex. And 1 point on either side of it. Okay. So supply teacher, I'd like you to hit pause right now and let the kids write down the question, and then we'll get into how to do it in a sec. Pausing, 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 and going. Okay. My vertex. Josh, actually, no, I haven't picked on Lisa. I haven't picked on you yet today. Lisa, what is my vertex, please? What and what? Very good. -1 and 3. Jenny, will this graph be opening upwards and downwards, upwards or downwards, and why? It opens downwards because, again, a is less than 0. Because a equals -2, I guess we can say. Now the next part is something new. We've been doing this before, but this is one new point. It says, by finding the vertex and 1 point on either side of it. I'm going to start off here quickly by graphing this. And on your choice assignment, you have to do one of these and one question involving x-intercepts and y-intercepts. I'll learn more about x-intercepts and y-intercepts for this graph a little later on. Oops, my it's not working as well as I wanted it to. So there's that. Okay, so I'm going to draw on my graph here. I'll put my arrows on, of course. And for the supply teacher, if I go too quickly and the class needs me to pause, please feel free to do so. What I'm doing is for the class, I'm going to put numbers probably up to 4 and probably down to about -10. And I'm going to go left and right. I'm trying to go to about 3 or 4 on each side. So it's positive. So. Okay, so if the supply teacher, if you can give the class probably 3 or 4 minutes to get this written down. All right, so I'm going to put here -1 and 3 as my vertex, which is way up here. There's a nice red point at -1 and 3. Remember, the vertex is the highest point on the graph. Okay, so, and it says it opens downward, so the graph is going to look something like this. Now, the problem is I don't really want the graph to look like that, so I want to undo that graph. Look at the magic of technology. Boom, boom, it's gone. The next point of the graph is here. It says, and 1 point on either side of it. Right? So what I'm going to do is I want to find 1 point to the left of -1 and 1 point to the right of -1. All right. We're not picked on yet. Oh, Jude. What's your favorite number less than -1? Okay, he actually said -200, which is way too small. I prefer if you did something like -2, -3, -4, that's close. Let's try -3. So for x equals -3, I'm going to sub this into y equals -2 x plus 1 squared plus 3. What that's going to do for us, it's going to give us another point on the graph. So it's going to be y equals -2. I should actually write that in. And if we're seeing x, I'm going to plug in a -3. So negative 3 plus 1 squared plus 3. That's negative 2 times negative 2 squared plus 3. That's negative 2 times 4 plus 3. That's negative 8 plus 3. That's negative 5. So the point I just figured was on this graph. Therefore, the point I just found was negative 3 and negative 5. Now I can sense that Sierra is stressed out that I'm going too quickly. Okay, so supply teacher, could you please pause at this moment and let everyone scribble that down. At the same time, Mrs. Moore, if there is confusion over where that came from, please explain to the class. And I will be very happy. Thank you. Next what I'm going to do is I'm going to plot on the point here negative 3 and negative 5. So there's one point on the left. Okay. Now this is the important part. So if you are fading out, please fade in. Please put your pencils down and look up at the board. This left-hand side of the equation is going to just sort of drop sort of like this. So that's going to be that part of the equation. Okay. So if you take a look, I went 2 left and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down. Because this is symmetrical, I can also go 2 to the right without doing any more algebra. So it's 2 right there and 8 down. And I'm going to have a point as well at 1 and negative 5. Okay? So we're going to say by symmetry, you jumped over 2 to the left. So just one more time. You went 2 left this way. So here I'm going to go 2 as well, the same y value. Now, if you don't believe me, that's fine. Okay? I'm your teacher, and if you want to disagree with me, that's okay. What you can actually do, I'm going to write this equation down before I forget. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this is being televised. I didn't put x-axis. Oh, for shame, for shame. What you can actually do, you could plug in x equals 1 into your equation and get a value of negative 5 right there. All right, for your choice assignment, you are going to have to do 2 of these graphs. So let's just talk about what we did again there. You found the vertex first of all and found out if it opens upwards or downwards. Then you plugged in a point and got the y value, and then you found the corresponding point on the other side to make your parabola. Right? We'll have to do 2 out of 3 questions for that. I will also give you 2 equations like we did yesterday with the vertex and the x-intercepts and the axis symmetry and all that, and you can do 1 out of those 2 questions. If you take a look here, the axis of symmetry, if you're concerned, is actually right there. So my axis of symmetry is actually at x equals negative 1. Okay? Well, thank you very much, guys. Have a good day. And to Mrs. Moore, thank you very much. Hopefully this wasn't too painful for the class. And if I didn't call on you today, I'm sorry. I will do it next time. See ya. Good luck with your choice assignments. Oops, I have to save them. Oops. Why am I talking to myself?